I'm Dave Vernier, founder of Vernier Software and Technology. I've been asked to talk with you about why you should use our products. Well, first I'd like to say a word about why you should use probeware in general. Now, by probeware I mean the use of sensors in data collection in a science classroom. I think there's a lot of evidence, including a lot of scientific studies which are documented on our website, where classrooms are compared where they use probeware and they didn't, and they do have significant improvements in test scores. And I encourage you to download some of that information and look it over. It's pretty clear to me that there's huge advantages of using probeware. And it basically boils down to you're letting students take data like scientists take data. It takes the tedium out of taking data and lets the students concentrate on the real science behind the experiment. It allows you to do experiments you couldn't do before, very fast experiments involving sound or collisions, but it also allows you to do long-term experiments which can take days or weeks even, and would be incredibly boring or impossible without technology. I guess my number one advantage for using probeware in a science classroom is that kids like using technology. They're very comfortable with computers. It makes the science class more fun for them, and I think they work harder. And of course, I mentioned before, the tedium's gone, and so they can really concentrate on what the experiment means. So why should you use Vernier probeware? Well, I'll start with hardware. We have a collection of over 60 sensors which we developed over many years, and those sensors are great because they can be used so many different ways. You can use them with our top-of-the-line LabQuest interface or with our inexpensive GoLink, where you plug into the USB port of a computer. You can even use the same sensors connected to an EasyLink, where you plug into the mini USB port on a TI-84. You can take the same sensors and use it with our engineering education interface called SensorDAC, and you can even take the same sensors and use it with the LEGO NXT robotic system for our middle school project. I want to say a word about software now. We have our free Logger Lite software and our award-winning Logger Pro software. Logger Pro comes with a site license. You buy one copy and that covers every computer in the school, the teachers' computers, the students' computers, so it's a great value for your money. The other thing I'd say about software is we've been doing this a long time, and one of the things we've heard loud and clear from teachers is ease of use is the most important thing. So we've worked very hard at making our software easy to use. In general, when you plug in a sensor, the sensor is auto-ID'd, and the calibration is set, and the data collection rate set, and you're ready to go. Another part of the Vernier advantage is technical support. We take great pride in our support. We think it's the best in the industry. If you call our office, you'll often talk to someone who was involved with the project, writing the lab or working on the software, and you should get an answer promptly. Our curriculum has developed over the last 15 years or so, and it has some very great advantages over most other curriculum. For one, we include a CD in the back of the book which includes the word processing files for most of the labs. So that means that if you find a lab that you like but there's one thing that you just don't like, you want to change it, you can do that. The word processing files are there and you can make the change. Another thing about our labs is they're written in many different styles to support those different types of data collection that I mentioned earlier, using the LabQuest, using the GoLink, using TI calculators, etc. And finally, I'd like to say a word about professional development. We have a number of teachers who work with us. We do over 200 workshops around the country every year, and the same teachers are available to do a custom workshop at your school if you should need one.